What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I got to have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me? This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people, and I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now, and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I'm your host, Anton Daniels. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? I'm supposed to be in the studio, but I guess I'm going back to maybe live streaming from home every once in a while. Honestly, I was trying to figure out a reason as to not why a reason as to why I would not live stream today, simply because I had so much to do. I got to go and check on a bunch of properties. Um and the whole idea was it is, hey, I actually like the Saturday show that I was doing from the studio, and I'm trying to figure out how not to live stream today simply because I got so much stuff to do in the morning. I was supposed to go to the courthouse and have whatever, file some paperwork because my lawyer missed the deadline, and me and him gonna have a we having a little bit of a kerfuffle because he didn't meet his expectations and do what he was supposed to do, but he billed me so much money per hour. And so I'm aggravated at that. And so I was supposed to go and handle some business and take care of some stuff. And then I was thinking to myself, maybe I would just stream on Saturday and just do a recap. But maybe I'll stream on Saturday and do a recap anyway and just keep on and make sure that I stream today. So long story short, it's hard. I can't miss. You know how a lot of people don't mind missing work and they can't wait to call off or they looking forward to vacation. I'm the opposite. I kind of dread going on vacation and I look forward to working and streaming. And so I never want to miss. I never want to miss. I might still stream on Saturday. I never want to miss. Never, never want to miss. So shout out to y'all. I kind of just Yo, AD, call me names, but I think Will Smith' new album is fire. Did you listen to it yet? Nah, I haven't listened to it yet. I don't mind listening to Will Smith's album. I'm just saying that freestyle was trash. I can't I can't judge you in the office and you hated K Cooper. No, you getting paid. I can't hate it because I haven't listened to it yet. So I always got to be objective and give it a chance. But the freestyle was trash. K Cooper, you looking at it the wrong way. You looking at it the wrong way, Kay. I'm gonna use this Friday show to. We still gonna get our subjects off and stuff, but I'm gonna make sure. I want to make this a lot more interactive. Kay Cooper, you looking at it the wrong way. It's a lot of people that don't have a job to go to. What's up, Jude? What up, Will Nola? It's a lot of people that don't have a job to go to. So whereas a lot of people would be like, yo, I hate being in the office. Man, listen, I honestly, I know I talk about it a lot, but I'm gonna just tell you this. 2008 changed my life. 2008 absolutely changed my life because 2008 taught me that the things that we take for granted every day is the stuff that people wish for. Do you know why I stream and why I don't miss any streams? Or if I do miss a stream, I make sure that I make it up. Or, it doesn't matter. I did the interview with Charleston. I made sure I shot it on Wednesday because I know Wednesday nights I usually don't stream so that I can get that out to y'all Thursday. And then I still did after hours, and I might stream four times in one day or three times in one day. Do you know why I'm so dedicated to it? Is because based off of my numbers and the amount of views that I get per month on all platforms, and the things that I've experienced, and you combine your life experiences into one thing, I'm doing something that the 0.01%, people dream of. People dream of being streamers and being able to generate the type of revenue or get the type of audience or do the type of numbers or doing 50, 60 million views in a month on one channel. I'm not taking that for granted. People get a little bit of a wave, they go viral, and then they think that they made it and they're ready to quit their job. Or people, they get to the point to where they a little bit successful in whatever they do, and it don't even have to just be streaming. It could be, it's some people that become basketball players and then they get snooty. And when they meet people in real life, it's like, oh no, I'm the man. It's like, man, that's a blessing. Getting a job in 2008, that was I know I imitated when I be in the studio and I be doing a shout praise dance. Now, that was a real thing. Most of the stuff and the jokes that y'all see me make inside of the studio, or I'll be laughing and stuff, but some of it not so much, not like the mute joke and stuff like that. But like when I be talking about losing a job and all of that stuff, that's real life. Like either I seen it, witnessed it with other people, or I went through it myself. And so I knew what it felt like. I never, even to today, I never forgot the feeling of what it felt like to finally get a job after being laid off for a long time. And it didn't even matter how much money I was making. It didn't matter what they was offering me. I was going to take it simply because I was just appreciative to be working. And so I took that work ethic, I took that mindset, and I let it motivate me to get me to where I am today. And even when it comes to what I do now, it's like, even though I'm not working in corporate or I'm not working a regular job or nothing like that anymore, people would ask me, hey man, why did you take another job even though you was doing really well in life? Because I'm a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I got the mindset of a hustler. And so I don't look at life in the same lens as everybody else. Everybody else is looking to work so they can retire. I'm looking to figure out how I can capitalize and add value and make sure that my daughter got a legacy after I'm gone, or, the people around me is taken care of. You get a once in a lifetime opportunity to really capitalize, and people is just letting it just walk on by them because they lazy as fuck. And that's the truth. Most people are just lazy, bro. They got the talent, they got the opportunity, they living in America. It hits them. The opportunities come by all the time, and they never ready, and they always want to take some time off. People try to make enough money so that they can go and sit down. Like, this is my vacation, bro. This is my vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went outside, because I had got the lady that delivered my omelet, you know what I'm saying? And I go outside and I get my omelet, and she walks up to the house and she says, wow, this is a beautiful house. This is so gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. This is beautiful. Is this brand new? And I said, yeah, it's pretty new. And so she said, oh, this is so gorgeous. And so I give her an extra tip because I always give cash tip and I give them a tip in the app. She said, oh my God, you made my day or whatever. And then I shut the door and I brought my food on the counter, and then I walked back outside. Now, keep in mind, I don't live in a mansion. I don't live in anything extravagant. It very much fits the aesthetic of the neighborhood. It is a really, really nice neighborhood. It's a really nice place to raise your family and stuff like that. I see the lady through the backyard window. I can see, and she walking her dog and all of that. But I keep my grass manicured. I keep the deck swept off. I keep the house. Recently got it power washed or whatever. And so I took my stuff and I put it on the counter, and then I went back outside and I just looked at it and I just stared at it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that I do that is because I just try to take in all of the blessings that God has provided me for. And it doesn't matter if it's big or small, if the car is big or little. Don't matter how big your house is or whatever, I take care of my stuff. And the reason that I take care of my stuff is because I'm appreciative of it. And usually, when you're appreciative of things, what happens is God blesses you with way more because you got to be faithful in little before you become ruler over much. So I just went outside and I went all the way to the end of the driveway and I just looked and I just stared for like 2 or 3 minutes. And I was just thanking God, like, you know, don't matter what happened, don't matter what I have, I'm always going to be a good steward of the talents and the things that you gave me because, this is my way of showing appreciation. I don't take anything that you give me for granted. I'm not going to waste the opportunity that other people would waste because I think I'm too good for it all of a sudden. I'm going to greet every person. I'm going to say thank you to every person that I run into because they don't have to show love. They don't have to subscribe. When I jump on these platforms every day and I tell y'all and I say, yo, I'm very thankful and I'm appreciative of you. That's really me. Like, I really am appreciative. I'm so thankful for everything and every person that come into my life. And so when God give me something, whether it's a person that I'm supposed to mentor or somebody that I'm supposed to take care of or, an opportunity to do something, I'm going to put my all into it. And so I just don't have the same mentality as everybody else. I don't. I really don't have the same mentality as everybody else. I treat the people that I stream with really, really well. I try to pay them as much as I possibly can. And I always try to pay them more every single month than the month before because I just want to show them that I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? I try to promote people whenever I go to somebody's live stream. I try to donate as much as I possibly can just because I want to show them love in the same way that people show me love. I take care of my cars. I take care of my daughter. I take care of my houses. I take care of people that rent from me. I take care of my customers because I just want to be a good steward of the things that God gave me because that is how I show my appreciation. So, if y'all want to ever really get to the next level in your life, it's going to have to come from within. It got to come from here first. It got to come from you being a good steward of what you already have. Stop asking for a new car and the one that you got, you ain't even took care of it. You ain't changed the oil. You ain't got the tires done. It's dirty as fuck in the inside. You don't even like it. Your car's supposed to have a new car smell the whole time that you got it. It's supposed to have a new car smell the whole time that you got it. Y'all want to fix up your house because you're looking to sell it. Your house is supposed to be fixed up because it's just because you living in it. Why wouldn't you want your stuff to be nice? Even all the way down to the bed sheets, to the shower. Y'all don't even clean y'all shit up. Your kids is looking raggedy. Your whole family unit is discombobulated. When they see your people in the streets, you looking dusty and dirty. And it's like you don't even care about yourself. You come out the house with your breath stinking and your clothes is tattered up and you just going anywhere and showing up anywhere. And it's like, what makes you think that you're going to get blessed and you don't even have the mindset to take care of what you already have? People think that they supposed to explode and just be big as content creators and they don't even know how to manage their own platforms. You're not even consistent with your uploading. Your thumbnails is looking trash and you can do better. It's one thing to grow into being a better creator, but it's another thing to not even meet the expectations for yourself. All of the content you put out is half standard and half stepping. You jump on a stream just because that's the time that you're supposed to get on there. You don't really put your all into talking to the people or really creating content or making it yours and being unique. You always copying off of other people, but you ain't never making it your own and unique. You're not ready for the next level. You're not ready for the next blessing. You don't take care of your stuff like you're supposed to. You're not really good steward. So, you got to grind, man. You got to hustle. You got to have a different mentality. You going to have to you can't want exceptional by doing average. If you just like everybody else and you want to be in the middle of the crowd and you never want to be noticeable and you never want to step outside of yourself and you never want to tap into your talents because you're afraid that everybody else is going to criticize you for it, then be a regular person then, because Irregular people or abnormal people get abnormal results, and regular people just be in the middle of the crowd and nobody will remember you. You can't be abnormal. You can't get irregular money if you just doing regular people stuff. You just hoping. Hope ain't gonna never get you nothing. Faith without works is dead. That's what the words say. You can't get nothing unless you actually put the work in. It's a hustle. I don't care what, bro. I don't miss. I never miss. Bro, honestly, I was sitting there and I studied. One of the things that I do is I like to study other content creators, not the big ones. I look at the smaller ones, right? The ones that may have 50, 60, 70,000 subscribers, 20, 30, 40. I'm always looking at the other content. I'm always paying attention who up next, who working, who grinding. I look at their cameras, their quality, how they record, how they pace themselves. And I compare and I contrast because I know that it's somebody that's hungry. The people that's the most hungry are at the bottom. And so it's always going to be somebody better than you. It's always somebody that's, want your spot. They just ain't had the opportunity yet. So I study them and I support them and I send them super chats and I take care of them and I make sure that I show love and a lot of that, whatever, right? 17, 18, 19,000, 10,000 subscribers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I just study them. And I'm so amazed and they inspire me with they hustle and they grind and they green. They so green because they don't really know what come with this, right? And I was, it inspires me because I be thinking to myself, oh, I want to start this type of show. Oh, I want to start that type of show. One of the type of shows that I want to start, like I want to do a pod, like in-person type pod. I know we got the one, and I think that the one that we got for after hours is beautiful. It's dope because you got different people from different regions. I want to do a local pod, you know what I'm saying, that speak on all popular culture stuff, but from a Detroit perspective inside of the studio. I want that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that. I want to shoot small movies. I want to shoot movies that look like big production movies, and I want to put my money behind that. I'm looking for the next great content creator that can stand on their own and don't need no babysitting, but I can use my platform, my marketing, and my money in order to blow them up and become a partner with them. Like I'm always working. I'm always looking. I'm always paying attention. I'm always looking at who's unique. Whenever I go on somebody's TikTok or something like that, I'm trying to figure out, I go through their profile and I look to see how consistent they are. Should I reach out to them? Whatever, so on and so forth. So I'm always working, man. I'm always working, always. And sometimes you do it and the people let you down, and other times people do it, or you just don't have the capacity to do it. But I tell you what, I'm gonna say this again. I'm always going to be always going to be working, because that is a blessing from God. It is a blessing from God. That's just my personal perspective and opinion. And we can go ahead and get started with the show. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for the super chats. Mr. Trey Johnson says, good morning, AD. Can you cover what Ray Lewis said about Shannon Sharp? What did Ray Lewis? Yeah. I'm going to let y'all help me determine how this show goes today. Ray Lewis said something about Shannon. Ray Lewis said about Shannon. Let me find out. Let me see what's going on. Let me read the rest of the super chats. I'm going to come back to that. What up, Molly? Says, hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Hit that like button. I know women got it good. Women got it good, man. Y'all, some of y'all just wake up and you just be like, oh, let me make me some coffee. Oh, let me tune into the morning show and I'm just going to relax today. I need to take a nap. Women got it good. I would never want to be in that position simply because I'm just a man's man. And so that's what I do. I hustle. Yeah, email it to me. Thank you, J Ben. I'm a hustler. So my goal is to always figure out how I can stay busy and add value. But y'all got it good, bro. Billy Ray Valentine, what up, though? Says AD, it goes both ways. Grateful you came into my life. I'm thankful for you too, Billy Ray. I love you. Update says from Jim Short. Jim Short, thank you for the 50, man. I still get emotional when y'all take out time and money and resources and y'all donate to the platform, bro. And it just don't get old. I don't get used to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get used to it when somebody says they send $5 or $2 or $1 and then they get to the 50 and I'm like, Yo, y'all looked out for me. Like y'all really find me that interesting, or you find this that that you find me that helpful or useful or entertaining or something like that. And I just be like, man, this is crazy, bro. Like, this is really crazy. It is, bro. It's super crazy to think that y'all look out for me like that. Says update to the Las Vegas pedo sting operation. Israeli cybersecurity head skipped his court appearance yesterday. Judge is furious. Prosecution and the defense alluded to a sweetheart probation deal. Judge wasn't having it, but settled for virtual court. Shout out to Jim Short. I appreciate you. Thank you for holding me down, big dog. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Robert Banks, I thank you for the super chat yesterday. Thank you, my friend, for looking out. Mike, that dude says, have a great weekend, bro, on Cash App. I appreciate you, Mike, that dude. Thank you for looking out for me. Let me see what else we got going on here. Just a Brown Girl in America says, good morning, mentor. You didn't even know that you were my boss, did you? I know I'm your boss. I love being your boss. Yeah. Yeah. What you said Ray Lewis was talking about Shannon Sharp? Let's see. Let me see if I can find that. Lewis, Shannon Sharp. Looked like Jason Whitlock covered it. Oh, he was on Patrick Bet David apparently. Was he on Patrick Bet David? What did he say it on? What did he say it on, y'all? Let me know inside of the chat. What was he talking about it on? Clip from the Patrick. Okay, so let me go to Patrick Bet David. See what's happening on that front. Give me a second. Y'all making me work. That's why I be telling y'all to send it to me. Ray Lewis. Let's see if I can get on there. Making me work, bro. Yo, somebody text it to me or send it to me in the email, bro. Somebody email it to me and then I'll check it out and we'll go from there. But I can't find it, so I can't find the clip right now, right off the bat. So y'all gonna have to send that to me. What else we got going on? He basically says Santa Shannon. So yeah, but I want to see it. Y'all email it to me. Did you see the 11-year-old that gave birth to stepdad's baby? I sent it to your email. I'm gonna check that out. The Patrick Bet David interview hasn't dropped yet. So how did Jason Whitlock get it if it didn't drop yet? How did Jason Whitlock get it if it didn't drop yet? Clip is a leak. It hasn't dropped yet. It's not worth going over. People just over drama, just like drama. All right, so when it drops, and we'll check it out, and maybe we'll have a conversation about it. All right, y'all. Let me see if I could get to it. I'm gonna just pick and choose different things that I want to address. The first thing that I actually want to talk about is a man robbed at gunpoint in his home in Houston. Now, remember, let me share my screen with y'all really quickly. Remember when I was having a conversation with y'all and I was telling y'all about how just a couple days ago we did a review where a Houston area home was broken into, and it was two guys that broke into the home and they was pretending to be police officers, and they had on police vests and everything, and they wasn't police officers, and the homeowner wound up killing both of them. Now, I looked at some of the clips from some of that stuff, and I looked at some of the comments, and people were upset at that a little bit because they was trying to say that, oh no, the preservation of life is more important than stuff and all of that stuff. And I'm like, listen, if somebody comes into somebody's home, I'm not going to tell them that they shouldn't be able to defend their property, because that could become fatal for the person that they're running in their home with. And a lot of times you don't survive that type of thing. So now when I see stuff like that, it just confirms to me that it was the right thing to kill them.
Well, now at 5, a Fox 26 exclusive. Imagine this, being robbed at gunpoint right outside of your own home in the middle of the day.
That's what happened to a man in Aldine, and it was all caught on camera. Fox 26 is live outside of the Houston Police Department, where officers...
I don't know if y'all know what it's like to actually have a gun pointed in your face. The dude ain't even got no mask on. Whenever I see a review video of a man that got a gun in somebody else's face and they don't even have a mask on, from my perspective, that means that you about to kill me, because it ain't no way in the world, with all of the cameras and me seeing your face and me possibly recognizing you or being able to point you out in a lineup, that you gonna let me survive. So what this is telling me is that you don't really even want my stuff. You want my stuff in addition to taking my life. That's the first thing that I think of. The second thing that I'm thinking of is this newscaster over here in the purple. She looking real spicy. You know what I'm saying? She looking really nice in her purple hookup. Shout out to the newscasters down there in Houston. She looking bad as hell. She definitely got her stuff working. The one in the red is cool. The one in the purple is slapping. All right. And he robbing them for a Tesla. He robbing them for a Tesla. You can't carjack somebody for a Tesla, because either they gotta throw their phone in the car. Most people that got Teslas, they don't have the little Tesla card. They don't have the Tesla card with them. Usually it's opened up by their device. Most of the time, the only people that rob for a Tesla card or whatever, because I keep mine in this little holder right here. The only people that rob, like only people that keep the Tesla car with them is if they know that they about to go do valet, or they're going to have to park, or they got to do maintenance on it. And so they'll give the little Tesla key to whoever it is that they roll with. And that's how they know that they, you know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. But most people that got a Tesla, they just got the app on their phone. And so they don't have a regular key. And so it's a lot more difficult to carjack somebody, because on a regular key, you know what I'm saying? You could just, hey, listen, give me the car, give me the keys. The key gonna help start the car up. I need to pull this sticker off of here. The key gonna help start the car up, but the Teslas is different. That's why you don't hear a lot about stolen Teslas, carjacking Teslas. You'll hear them about every other car. They'll steal everything. They'll steal the Charger, the Challenger. You don't ever really hear about Teslas getting stolen, ever. Yes, Teslas are equipped with cameras. They got Sentry mode on them to where it records everything. You never really hear anybody carjacking anything or stealing anything on a Tesla. You may see them vandalize it. You may see a lot of other things, but you don't really see that. But anyways, let's get back to the story. She bad as hell, man.
Camera. Fox 26 is live outside of the Houston Police Department where officers are investigating the case. That's where we also find Jillian Hartman. So what did the victim tell you, Jillian?
Well, the victim tells me that he just moved into a new house. He was really excited about a fresh start. But after he was robbed at gunpoint in his own driveway, he's sharing his story only with Fox 26, hoping that police catch the suspect soon.
I wanted this to be a really fresh, new, exciting start for me, but right now it feels like the complete opposite.
Dog was on a main street robbing somebody. Dog, it was cars driving by. It's cars driving by right there. You just moved into a new house. You on a main street. Some dude is looking at you, and as soon as you look at him, he pull out a gun and start and run up on you. And he screamed like a little girl too, though, on the low.
The suspect soon.
I know I shouldn't. Oh man, I know I shouldn't laugh at it. I ain't never seen nobody that did the little cat growl. I don't even know if your voice can go that high. Ow! Ow! Heard that all the way from the security camera, from the Ring camera. That boy was screaming. Now listen, you don't know what you're gonna do. He did. He sounded like a mountain. Oh, yes, he did sound like a mountain. You don't know what you're gonna sound like when you get into this situation. When a life event happens, you don't know what you're gonna react like. Like a mountain lion. Oh God, this is y'all fault because the chat is just as diabolical as I am, and so y'all are an extension of me. I'll tell you, when I had got carjacked, I was just like frozen. You know what I'm saying? I was just stone faced. Honestly, I was shocked because the people that was carjacked, I guess it was a little different for me because the people that was carjacking me, I knew them. And so I had already kind of just resigned. I was stuck in a car. Like he was on my window. I'm sitting in the driver's seat and he pulled it up to me on, you know what I'm saying? I got my window down and then he do like this. And ain't nowhere for me to go. And I could see him and I see that I know him. I just didn't, you know what I'm saying? I just had already resigned myself that this is up. Time is up. Statistic. That's it. Getting robbed and killed by the person that you grew up with. That's just going to be the end of it. So I had just kind of resigned myself. I just was gave up. And when he pulled me out the car and then two other dudes came and ran up from behind me, from around the building from behind me, two dudes started going through the car. One just kept the, you know what I'm saying? I guess he had like an M14 on him. I was just like, you know, this is it. Because I know all three of you niggas. I know all three of y'all in this hood that we stand in right now. Ain't no way I'm going to get out of this. And when he turned his head, he got too nosy to see what the other twos was doing. I was gone. I was gone. I was out. Slapped that gun. All you heard was boom, 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 boom. That junk was going. You could hear. I don't know if dog. I felt like I was in war zone. I felt like I was in a video game. That you could hear the bullets. You can hear the bullets coming past your head. There was another dude that was walking down the street. He started running, but it was pitch black at night. Yeah, I don't know if I ever had that much adrenaline running through my body ever in my life. I don't know if I've ever had that much adrenaline ever running through my body in my life. Never. I've never had you hitting fences with one, you know how you hit it one time? Gone. Getting out of there. And I documented it. I documented it a whole lot of years ago. So that video got to be like 6-7 years ago. Y'all can go and watch the video on the other channel, on the Anton Daniels channel. But I never went back to that house. Never, ever. I never went back to that house after that day. It was a house I grew up in. It was literally the house I grew up in. I left that night. That night I left and I never went back. We put the house up for sale immediately and I was out of there. That was it for me. What kind of car was it? I was in a Mercury Sable. Yep. It was a Mercury Sable. Not the last one. Let me see. Mercury Sable. I don't remember what year it was. What, 2002 or something like that? Yep, that's the car. This is it right here. Except it was burgundy. It was a burgundy Mercury Sable. Not the hatchback though. It wasn't the hatchback. It was the regular. It looked just like this. It was kind of like that. It was like a Mercury Sable. And it looked just like that. But it had these exact same rims on it and everything. But it wasn't about the car. It was about the fact that they was trying to get me for what I had inside the car. And then they just took the car and then they wound up burning it up. And I had just dropped the insurance on it because I was switching insurances. And the finance company came after me all the way up until like the year before last. And so I wound up just, taking an L. Eventually they garnished me. Eventually they got their money. All the way up in the 2020s, they got their money, but it's messed up, bro. It really was messed up. Anyways, let me get back to this story. You know me, I'm always getting distracted. Where is it at? Where's the video at? Did I lose the video? Oh, here it is. All right, I got you. Let's get back to this mountain lion over here.
Suspects soon.
I wanted this to be a really fresh, new, exciting start for me, but right now it feels like the complete opposite. I feel very scared, I feel very uncomfortable. This happened on my property where I should feel the safest, and I'm extremely afraid.
Marcus Francis spoke exclusively with Fox 26 about a terrifying moment all caught on surveillance video. He said Wednesday afternoon around 4 o'clock, he just got home, was cleaning his car in his driveway along Canino Road when a man walked up asking about the neighborhood. Marcus says they chatted for about 5 minutes. He had no idea what was about to happen next.
I don't trust nobody. I say that all the time. I don't trust nobody as far as you coming over here, you asking questions, just random questions. You ain't from here. See, I ask just as many questions as they ask questions. Hey, man, how's the neighborhood? Pretty good. You from around here? That's what I say. Here, pretty good. You from around here? No, I'm just walking down the street. Oh, you got neighbors and stuff around here, right? I'm just naturally, honestly. It don't matter where I'm from, no matter what, people just start asking random ass questions and just pick you out and you just hanging around and stuff like that. All right, cool. Walking back in, go ahead and get the strap because if you're not going to survive it either, just nigga just coming around, walking around. Hey, man, how's the neighborhood? Nigga, what? How's the neighborhood? What kind of random question is that? How's the neighborhood? How was the neighborhood?
I go back to cleaning my car, and that's where everything just kind of takes a turn for the worse. I'm cleaning my car, I turn around, and there's a gun pointed directly in my face, like directly here in my face. I'm like freaking out. Of course, I think I'm gonna die. I like immediately jump back reaction-wise because it's a gun pointed, and both hands he like had this strong grip, like he was so ready to use it, and he's pointing it directly in my face, like just relax. And I'm looking through the barrel of the gun, I can see directly at the hole, and I'm just freaking out. Like my heart is pounding, my hands go up immediately. I'm just so scared.
Marcus says a second man shows up, an accomplice. Together, they forced Marcus inside his house and robbed him.
They're forcing me inside the house. They tell me to go to the ground. They ask me for my wallet. They're like, give me your money. Give me any money you have. We want only cash. I give them my wallet, no resistance. Again, one guy has his foot on me. I'm just laying there. They're going through my wallet. They go through my car. The second guy goes through my car. He's going through my car. I tell them that honestly, I have nothing.
They walking slow. They ain't got no mask on. This nigga got a utility vest on with some Timberlands and some jogging pants. Man, if you can't spot that was what neighborhood is y'all raised in? You can't spot that was a setup? Dude randomly walking up and down the street with his homeboy with a utility vest on and some joggers, some gray joggers on, and a dude asking you about the neighborhood just hanging out in front of your house in particular. Man, you need, bro, go on into the middle of the city in the downtown area where it's a lot of cops, because your situational awareness is lacking, bro.
Of value. I just moved in, all my stuff are in boxes, and they just had the gun on me the entire time. All I thought to myself was like, I'm gonna die. I'm really gonna die right here in front of my house right now.
After the men took off, Marcus locked the door and called 911. He hopes his story helps police catch the men responsible. Now,
yeah, that's messed up. Nobody should be robbed. Nobody should be, their life should be in chaos. And this is the thing that I've been saying about the whole Chicago situation. It's like, yo, this is not normal. It's not normal for people to just be out here getting robbed and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, crime is not normal. That's not supposed to be normalized within these communities. And he from a new city, so he just walking around in Houston not knowing what the hell is going on. Y'all moved to Houston. Welcome to the neighborhood, Nick. Welcome to the neighborhood, little homie. Yeah. Time to look. We gonna introduce you to what's going on. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, man. Let me see what's happening in these streets. It's bad. It's bad out here. Shout out to Dolores McGray, says, I love you and your child. I love you too, Dolores. Yeah. What up, Dolores? Rand Wilson says dog sounded like an EV cat. Thank you, Dolores. Thank you, Rand Wilson. Thank you, Mike, that dude. Thank you to everybody that support the platform. Ruperto Pasayas says, hey, boss, hell yes, we learned a lot from you. If you were my manager, I'd be so damn productive and more passionate and successful. I like where I am, but still. Shout out to you, Ruperto. I appreciate you. That's a real compliment. Thank you. Did you ignore me because I don't have a photo? What do you mean did I ignore you? No, I'm reading all super chats. Anybody that got to send a super chat, don't matter if you got a photo or not, I'm always going to acknowledge you because you support the platform. Whiskey Pierre says, Anton, Sir Shalom, you killing me. He said, I ain't even going to do it. I don't even know how a voice can go that loud. Cedric Johnson, New God, says, in 2018, I was home invaded by my upstairs neighbor while I was asleep. Luckily, my dog woke me up. When he kicked in my bedroom door, it turned into a shootout, and I got him up out of there. Moved to my mom's the next day. That's crazy. And you know they got to be trying to kill you because you know it's your upstairs neighbor. Crazy, bro. Let me see what else is happening in these streets. So we had that. We're gonna wait on the Ray Lewis situation. We're gonna jump around a little bit. Did y'all see them two tennis players that got into it? Let me share my whatchamacallit with y'all. The black tennis player and the white tennis player that got into it. Everybody is trying to make it a race thing all of a sudden.
Wanted to finish with a flourish there, and didn't she just do so very well to handle a moment when 5-3 down in the opening set of this one. No love lost between these two.
No, I don't have to do anything.
One thing you know for sure, Taylor Townsend ain't for backing down.
Not at all. You can see that emotion coming out of Taylor there. The entire court on court 11. Taylor egging it on. You love to see that competitive fight. All she's been through.
Taylor, congratulations, fiery.
Yo, is it me or I'm starting to see a lot more black people at tennis matches? I'm not, because I know that's the Serena and Venus Williams takeover. I know that was a thing. Y'all been there? It seemed like it's way more though. It seemed like no, it ain't a whole lot of y'all in hockey. I've been to a few hockey matches over the past couple of years, and boop, 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 boop. And ain't been a whole lot of black people hanging out in the hockey rink. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. For some reason, y'all just don't like the code. No, but it's like it's a whole lot of black people that's starting to be at the tennis matches. Since Coco and Naomi, the presence has increased. It's always been black. I know it's always been black people there, but it seemed like, you know, it's been a lot bigger presence. A lot more people that are going to the actual tennis matches themselves. And now it's starting to get turned up. I remember, you know what I'm saying, when you would see the Andre Agassi's and all of those people, when they was actually, you know, really doing a big thing in tennis, it didn't seem like it was as rowdy. It didn't seem like it was as engaging. Everybody was like, for love. And I was like, yeah, kick her ass. And I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Is tennis lit now? Is tennis that lit? Black people definitely getting into pickleball. Let me see what else she got to say.
There, the entire
look at the lady over there in the pink that's right above her right shoulder. Look how rowdy she is. Look, watch the lady in the pink.
Ain't for backing down.
Not at all.
Look.
You can see that emotion.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's getting extra. Look at all of the black people. It's just as many black people inside of the audience, if not more, than it is white people. Y'all telling me we got to go and get our tennis on? We got to go to the tennis matches, and y'all want to forget the NBA games? NBA games is getting a little expensive anyway. How much do it cost to go to the tennis matches? U.S. Open seats cost. Let's see what we got. U.S. Open ticket prices for 2025 tournament range from under $100 for grounds passes to over $10,000 for courtside seats during the finals, with costs varying significantly on the tournament round, the stadium, and a specific session. The day of the tournament, you can find tickets in the secondary market, so it ain't even that expensive compared to private VIP luxury suites are available. It can cost tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes exceeding $120,000. So it's not that bad. Not compared to football and basketball is out of control. Basketball is out of control, bro. Basketball ain't got no business being as expensive as it is. Lakers courtside tickets can cost from a few $1,000s for lower demand games to over $40,000 for higher demand matchups. I remember last year, in the Knicks, when because the Knicks and the Pistons was playing in the playoffs, bro, there were seats that were $50,000, both in Little Caesars Arena and over there in New York at Madison Square Garden. I said, bro, wait a minute. And I'm not saying $50,000 for whatever, 50 grand for the goddamn one game per seat. So the pair was like $100,000. The pair of seats was $100,000 plus for, you said, what do I pay? You don't want to know what I pay, bro. I could pull it up. Let's see. Pistons. I still owe some money on my tickets. Season ain't started yet, so I'm not in no rush. I don't know what personal information is on here, so I don't want to show y'all my login stuff or whatever. I don't even remember my login information. Let's see. Pistons, Anton, pay invoice. It's too expensive. Oh, I got it up there. There it is. Yep, there it is right there. I pay $105,000 a year for my tickets. I've paid $65,000 so far. My next amount due is $13,000. I got 3 more payments. I got 3 more payments of $13,000. I get billed the first of every month. So that's what I pay for mine. I pay $105,000 a year for my courtside seat tickets. It's expensive, bro. It really is expensive. If you telling me that I can get $10,000 seats for the finals match courtside for tennis, I'd rather go to that than to be spending $100,000 a year on Pistons tickets. Well, but let me say this. The one thing is, I will say this, that kind of saves you a little bit. The one thing that kind of yeah, I'm on a payment plan. Why would I give you $100,000 up front when I can get on an interest-free payment plan? I can make like 8 payments for $13,000 a piece, and I can let the money continue to make money inside of the stock market, and then I'll pull the money out as I need it, and pay it as it is. I'm never, if it's interest-free, I'm never gonna give you $100,000 up front because I'm losing money. That don't make sense. But the flip side is, I will tell you this, is that the one thing that kind of saves you when it comes to these is because you get 41 games, right? Now, some games is going to be better than others, obviously, because you're going to have the local games, and then you got the Golden State, you got the Lakers, you got the Knicks that's coming a couple different times or multiple different times. And then you got, whatever. You got what else, whatever other games, whatever big games, Miami come, Oklahoma City is going to be coming. And so what happens is, if I'm not in town, or if I decide that I don't want to go to those particular games, then what'll happen is I can actually sell those games, or I can give them over to somebody that I'm doing business with. So sometimes a lot of y'all have seen throughout the years that I'll be like, hey, which bag chaser is going to be in the town for this game? Or if it's somebody that's local, I'll send it to some of the Patreon members. I'll give them courtside seats to the game. Or, if it's my mom and them, I'll send my mom to a game. I'll send my daughter. I'll take my daughter to games or whatever. So, I give games out for Christmas, for certain stuff like that. So, you pick and choose which games that you want to actually go to, and I've got them all in my calendar, and then you just kind of figure it out from there. So I pay $100,000 a year, actually $105,000 a year for my tickets. So that kind of saves you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You wind up not spending as much money for the games simply because, you know, you can balance it out. And then, you know, you get your own certain parking spaces. You get to go through your own private entrance, all of that type of stuff. But, you know, a lot of times I'll say at least for maybe 20, at least half of the games, you either giving them away or you probably going to sell them. You're going to make a bag because you got courtside seats, and a lot of Lakers fans like to travel. So if I decide not to go to the Lakers games, like I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine that I do business with hit me up every year, and he'd be like, Anton, pick a couple games that you want to go to. So I automatically tell him, yep, I want to go to the Lakers and I want to go to Golden State. And so I'll show you some of the text messages. And so I'll take their tickets and then I'll sell mine because, you know, they want to keep doing business with me. And so they send me games to the Lakers and Golden State. So it's some it's some games, you know. Hey, Anton, he called me, say, Anton, what games you want to go to? I don't want to show his phone number. Let's see if I can block that off. I don't want to show the phone number. So I got different people that I do business with. Hey, this is Anton. Can I do the Lakers on March 23rd? He said, yes, sir. I'll block it off. And once the tickets get closer, I'll send you the tickets. So I got different people that I do a lot of business with, and we may make, you know, I may do make a lot of money with them or whatever. They got tickets literally right next to mine. So they'll send me the Lakers tickets, and then I'll either send mine to somebody else, or I'll go and sell my tickets. And so I'll make $20,000 off of that. So you clear it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just going to completely be out of $105,000. Yeah, I pay for it up front, but throughout the season, I might get like $80-something thousand back. You still got the tickets to the games that you want to go to. And so it's a hack. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that people that got money or people that spend this type of money on these tickets, they just be out of it. They don't. It's either a corporate account or you learn how to hack and you learn how to move around a little differently. And you give them to clients, you do business, you offer tickets to people, people offer tickets to you. You can leverage the fact that you spend a lot of money with certain people, and then you manage the business relationship and like that. And then you wind up really only spending $20,000. But here's the real play. I'm going to tell y'all the real life hack, right? Of course, I get to write it off because it's in my company name and it's coming to the business. You know what I'm saying? It's all business. Take that for what you will. I'm not going to break none of this down from a Patreon perspective, but take it how you will, right? Of course, you can write it off because it's in the company's name and it's from my business and I do business with it. That's A. Damn, I don't even know if I want to tell y'all this. All right, I'll tell y'all this other part. I'm gonna leave that part out. The Patreon, not Patreon, the playoffs, right? So playoffs is an additional cost. The playoffs is an additional cost, all right? But here's the key. One of the reasons why we always like to get our tickets is not only do we get the majority of it back throughout the year, not only do we get to write it off from a business perspective, not only do we get to parse out the payments, which means that we allowing for our portfolio as we make money to continue to pay for the tickets, but also on top of it, this is the other one. The playoffs is a separate cost, right? It's more or less equivalent, but they price you based off of what they think that the playoff run is going to be. But here's the thing. We automatically get first dibs on the playoff seats. The playoff seats often at times cost 10 times more, or they go for 10 times more than whatever it is that we're paying for it as season ticket holders, right? So if we play in New York, like I was telling you, it was seats that's literally next to mine that was going for $50,000. Whereas those individual games, if you really price it out, they may cost $2,000 a piece. And so whereas we paying $4,000 for the seats, if you don't want to go to the game, you can sell them on a secondary market for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 and $50,000. And so you making all of your money back. If you really understand how the game works, then that's when you start to make a lot of money back, and you really can come out ahead by being a person that has the resources to buy the tickets in the first place, because people want to be front row at the games. And that is the play. Everything in life is a life hack. When y'all go out here and you see rich people doing this or rich people doing that, what you're not privy to is learning the game. The only people that's losing money and getting finessed is the people that want to be seen but don't understand how to play the game, and they busy trying to impress other people. See, I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm going to tell you, and not only that, I'm going to actually show you the receipts, because everything I do is a life hack. It's a reason behind everything I do. I don't spend money just because I got it. I spend money, enjoy myself, but I'm also making sure that I'm making smart business decisions while I'm doing it. Everything and everyone has to add value into your life. I'm going to say that again for y'all in the back, because a lot of y'all think that, oh man, this rapper doing this. No, that rapper is just dumb as fuck. Half the time that rapper may be getting his tickets because it's good for the court to be able to do. The smart is smart rappers and it's dumb rappers. It's smart entertainers and it's dumb entertainers, right? And so the smart entertainers are the ones that's, they call up the rep, they may have some motion at the time. They may agree to do a halftime show. And so they may get a couple different times where they can come down and sit in the seats where somebody agreed, hey, I'm not going to the game. The arena or the team will ask, okay, well, can we use your seats for the night? That's when they come and they bring the rapper and they put it inside. They sit them down. The rapper sit there acting like they spending a bunch of money. They ain't spent nothing. You scratch my back, I'm gonna scratch your back, right? It's other people, it's other rappers, it's other entertainers. Really, I'm gonna tell you the people that's really getting finessed in the game. The people that's really getting finessed, shout out to them. Shout out to the tennis match. I'm gonna go to the tennis match because I just want to experience it at some point. The people that really get finessed is the scammers, the dope boys, the people that's just got money and don't really have no connections and don't know how to network effectively, and the people that's trying to impress women. The scammers, the dope boys, the new money rappers or the new money entertainers, and the people that don't understand the game, don't have no networking, and is trying to impress women. Those are the people that get finessed. You see Gucci Man at every ATL Hawks game. That's a fact, 392Q. Those are the people that get finessed, the people that don't understand the money game. They don't understand networking. This is where networking starts to come into play. Is because you got to spend the money up front, but you figure out how not to spend as money up front because your money's still making money off of money. But you understand that over the course of that time, first of all, you building up a relationship with the organization because you've been a long time person, as a long time season ticket holder. So they're going to take care of you. You also making money and you can write it off from a business perspective because it's under your corporate account. Long term, over the course of the entire season, you're going to make the majority of the money back, if not become profitable, but you still hold your seat. And this is one of the reasons why it's important for you to have money. If you don't have money, you can't make these type of plays. If you don't have money to be the upfront money cost guy, because everything in life is free. When you have money and you know how to make money and you confront the money of cost, that's why I keep telling y'all, don't be the borrower. Don't be the lender. When you're the lender, when you're the money guy up front, when you can give somebody, when you can make sure that somebody is taken care of, you control everything else, that the aspect. Now, everybody should win, right? When I bring somebody in for an interview, I'm going to spend the money on them. I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. I'm going to make sure that you got first class tickets, first class flights. I'm going to put you up in the best hotel. I'm going to make sure, what's up, babe? I'm going to put you up in the best hotel. I'm going to make sure that you accommodated for. I'm going to make sure that everything else is taken care of. Now, what I do with the content, with the all of that, that's all me now. I'm going to front the money up front, understanding the business proposition, but because I'm the bank, because I'm the lender, I now get to control the outcome. That's when you have to start to figure out, okay, am I really understanding this from a business perspective? What's the cost benefit analysis? How is it that this is going to play out for me long term? When I own content, I own it forever. I'm gonna make money on it forever. Now you're gonna benefit. You're gonna make your bag. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna get your visibility. You're gonna be taken care of. You're gonna have a good time. But see, I'm going to be the person that controls the outcome, which then allows for me to make more money over a longer period of time. So this is one of the reasons why y'all got to get y'all money up. It ain't about being rich. It's about controlling the outcome. It's about making sure that you can control what happens. When you are the person that have the resources, everybody else got to bend to your will. Because everybody got to make you happy. They got to make sure that you're taken care of. They got to make sure that because you're the one that's writing the checks. You're the one that's giving it out to everybody else. And so for me, I'd rather be the one that controls how the money flows. I'm going to get the tickets, and then I'm going to determine who gets the tickets. I'm going to determine the pricing of the tickets. I'm going to determine who can go to the games. I might give it out to a client. You're going to go out there. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. But you got to be able to have the upfront money, because if you're just trying to figure out, if you're the person that's going to the networking event trying to figure out how you can get a play, you're wasting your time. You got to be able to add value into the group. All right? Okay? You need help? Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna stop by there later on today, so I'm gonna go by Waterford later on today. What do you mean they're not uniform?
So in the master closet, it's a circle flat light. In the two other closets, it has to be a strip light.
That's fine. They just closets.
How they wired it?
They just closets. It's fine. It's not like it's out facing to the public in the general. The doors is gonna be shut in the closet anyway. It don't really matter if the lights is not uniform.
I know it doesn't matter.
Well, we just note it for the next property.
To me, because like, why are they not uniform? I don't understand that. Is that the way their property drew it? Or is that the way they wired it?
Well, just note it for the next property, and just to make sure that you tell them for the next one, for the next one that they wire up, that the lights is uniform inside of the closets. When are they gonna fix that other window?
I'm not sure. They just did the quote yesterday. I had my record.
Are they working over there today?
Yeah, they got the lights.
All right, I'm gonna go over there after I get off the last train. Let me read some of these super chats. I appreciate y'all. Oh, JD with the no profile picture. You mad, bro? Listen. This is the reason why. It's always listen. Every show, I'm gonna make an example out of somebody every show, right? We've been doing this for years. We know what's gonna happen before it happens. Every single show. I'm gonna get back to the show in a second. Every single show is always somebody that's dusty, and it's always a man. I say it. I've been telling y'all every day that it's gonna happen. Even when I don't announce that it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Every single show, there is a level of jealousy that comes along with it. And so, because I decided not to gatekeep, there's some people that's broke as fuck and it's okay to be broke because I was broke, right? It's some people that's broke as fuck that they don't want the information. So instead of them looking at it and saying, oh man, this dude is really giving out game. So when it is that I get to certain spaces, or using it for motivation, so when you get to certain spaces, you know how to do these life hacks. because everybody is gatekeeping it and nobody is giving you this information because nobody is really there, right? And the people that's there don't run platforms like this, and so they don't have these conversations with y'all. And so instead of people taking the information and saying, hey man, thank you for the information, I'm glad that you showed the receipts because you're not just talking, because there's too many liars in the community. There's too many liars in the community that just say stuff, but they don't actually add value. You actually are showing examples of how you do things to help us make more money, and we can do it on a smaller scale and then scale up to a bigger scale. They get jealous and say, man, just be flexing over people's heads. And it's like, it's always a man. Listen, I'm going to point it out every show. I guarantee you, every show, there's going to be some guy. It's never a woman at this point. Every show, there's going to be a guy that don't have a profile picture, or they going to have a profile picture of something that's not them, an anime. They're going to have one of the Tate brothers on their profile pictures, and they're going to be complaining, and they're going to be mad, and they're always going to be complaining about the fact that you are giving out the game and the information. They disguise. Guys have become super gay. Obviously, not all of y'all is gay and not all of y'all is feminine, but guys have become super emotional and in their feelings. And if you are a guy that got resources, don't be scared of the women, be scared of the men. You all right? Don't be scared of the women, be scared of the men. Because the men are the ones that get jealous like bitches, and those are the people that try to. It's Friday, so you know I'm gonna talk my talk. Those are the people that get jealous like bitches, and then them the ones that want to set you up. Them the niggas that be searching for your address online. They the ones that want to come and rob you. They the ones that always be hating on the sidelines. They the ones that always be trying to figure out how to dirty Mac. It's always, look, you're not going to die from women. You're not going to die from women. If you catch an L, or if you get a nigga that try to some kind of exposing, or somebody trying to get at something, it's always going to come from a man. 100%. I'm telling you, a person as a 43-year-old man that had money, lost money, got it back, running it up, know what's happening on social media and content creation, it's going to come from a nigga. Every time. Every single time. And they can't help but to tell on themselves because, and think about it, he subscribed to say that. This ain't no regular chat where you just come in and chat. You actually got to subscribe and be a part of my people that subscribe to my channel to say that. And people, it's going to be a guy that come in, he in his feminine energy. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Maybe his mama is pissed off at him. He got some unresolved trauma that he hasn't figured out. Maybe it's just that one more time, got his paycheck. Maybe he got garnished. And then there's some woman that told him that he got a little dick, which he shouldn't even care. Nigga, if you getting pussy, you getting pussy. So what, nigga? You got a little dick. That ain't my fault. And you shouldn't even care about that. You should just, nigga, become a good eater. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you thriving. And you supposed to be like, well, I still hit anyway. Don't matter if she think your dick is little. She still had to let you put it in. That's all that matters. If she let you put it in and you got your nut off, nigga, that's all that matters. You supposed to be like, yeah, I'm a winner. I'm a little dick winner. You know what I'm saying? But it's that little dick energy. It's that feminine energy. Niggas is always comparing themselves against another man and all of that. And it's like, nigga, take your small dick ass and go do something productive, bro. Where God gave you lack, where God gave you a lack of girth, nigga, you gonna have to make up for it in other ways. But the one thing that you can't do is you cannot go and hate on another man. Never go and be mad at another man for getting money. Now you can criticize him for, like, you know, he's scamming the community or some shit like that. But if you nigga trying to give you game, where God gave you lack, you need to make up for it in other places. Nigga, he gave you a talent somewhere else. It's always every single show. I'm going to guarantee you. And hey, y'all, don't worry about it either, because we just going to chill. We going to take our time. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna stream tomorrow too. I liked our stream on Sunday. I mean on Saturday last week. I'm gonna be streaming with y'all tomorrow too. So, you know, let's just have a good time. You know, let's have a good time. But every day, it's gonna be a nigga that come into this chat or come into a chat. It ain't even just my chat. It's other people's chat too. And they always gonna be in their emotions. They always gonna be in their feelings. And we not gonna block them. We not gonna time them out. We gonna make examples of these niggas. We not gonna block them. Osriel says it's the 1 minute. Ain't nothing wrong with being a one minute man. Get your nut off, nigga. Just don't be mad at everybody else that be beating the hell out of her. Boom, 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 boom. When she keeps scooting up, when she keep on pushing on your stomach like this. You ain't ever experienced that. That's not something that you'll ever experience in your life. You're never going to get a scooter. You're never going to get a scooter. She'll never scoop for you. It's that little dick energy, man. These niggas is be out of control. They always trying to figure out what you doing. Nigga, how tall are you? Big enough to donkey fuck your bitch, nigga. That's how big enough I am. You'll never get a runner, nigga. She's never gonna run from you. You're never gonna get a runner, ever. Never get a scooter, never get a runner. That's not you. That's not your life. It's not your life. Man up, own that shit. Do other things. Do other things. Where he go? Why he ain't here no more? Why he ain't talking no more? You gotta shame these niggas, bro. Shame them. Shame them. Shame. We not blocking nobody. We not censoring nobody. We not timing nobody out. We shaming the fuck out of these niggas. Nigga, if you ain't never had her scoot up, that's not you. That's why they don't like ladies. That's why they don't like y'all. When you curvy, like let's say you got some ass, right? They don't like y'all because they can't get in there. I'm gonna tell you the uncomfortable truth. Yeah, we this Friday and Saturday, we streaming tomorrow too. They don't like y'all because they can't get in there. You got too much ass, too much thighs. It's too much maneuvering. You look good, but they know that that's not something that's tractor equipment. They not trained to handle a tractor trailer. They're not built for tractor trailers. Some of us is built for tractor trailers. Everybody is not built for a tractor trailer. They can't get in between them thighs. It's not the same. So now they shame you. Fuck you, bitch. Oh, it's okay, my nigga. We know what it is. We know what it is. You look but don't touch. She a looker for you, nigga. If you got her, you wouldn't know what to do with her because you can't do nothing with that. You can't do nothing with her. That's an Anton girl. That's an Anton girl. You can't do nothing with it. You can't do nothing with them thighs. You can't do nothing with that ass. That's a looker, nigga, for you. You a looker, I'm a doer. It's a difference. You a looker, I'm a doer. Keep on saying I'm lucky. I ain't lucky, nigga. I'm just a downtown, take you around a pound town ass motherfucker. That's the thing. See, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Yeah, we're gonna get into it today before I get into this next story. Let me tell you something. I'm not lucky. I'm just good in bed, nigga. I'm good with money. I'm good in bed. And I'm a Detroit dude. So it's different for me. I'm not gonna have a chick that's out of control unless she think that I'm trying to leave her because she not trying to not be with me. It's different. I'm not lucky. I'm good. And do you know how to get a chick in her get with a better attitude? She got a bad attitude. It's because she ain't had no D in a while, nigga. Okay, you fix that. They're not going nowhere. I do what I want to do. You do what you can. I do what I want to do. You do what you can. I'm good in bed and I got a lot of money. It's different for me. So they not going nowhere. That's why I got cooperation. I'm going to give you the real key to life. You're never going to see my girl get out of order. You're never going to see the women out of me getting out of order. You've never seen a woman go and try to go on the internet and expose him and say this and that. That don't happen to me. It's never going to happen to me. It's not going to happen to me. I got two sources. D, money. We not the same, nigga. If I tell a chick to go take a nap, she taking a nap. She just gonna go upstairs. She don't even think. They do. I say you do. That's the end of it. Anyways, let's continue on with the show. That's what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna take a moment of the show when we spot a dusty dude. When we spot a dusty dude, we're gonna take a moment out of the show and we're gonna shame these niggas. We not gonna block them. We tired of the cornballs sitting there always having something to say as though these niggas ever had life experiences. You don't know nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Ain't no woman ever gave you no play. You ain't never had no money. You ain't never had a good position. Ain't nobody ever told you good job. Ain't nobody checking for you. Your phone is fucking dry. The only thing you do is get notifications for when your favorite content creator go online, nigga. You got no motion. You got no motion. Go do something, nigga. Go build something. Go get some people that like you. No business partners are checking for you. Ain't nobody offering you tickets to no games. Ain't nobody offering you an opportunity. You got zero motion. We gonna start shaming these niggas. We not gonna keep on allowing for people to say what they want to say and just getting away with it. Your phone is dry. People ain't checking for you. No kids is calling to see what daddy is doing today. No woman is trying to figure out what's in your schedule and when she can see you. And you got to go and pay for pussy in a different country. That's the honest to God truth. Because those are the only women that act like they like you because they know that they're going to get a couple dollars out of you. Nobody is checking for you. That is why these niggas are so upset. That's why you see niggas talking shit in other people's chat. Shame these niggas. Every time y'all see them, shame them immediately. Give them no breathing room, no opportunity to say nothing else. Just pile on them. Just get on these motherfuckers and help them to understand that, nigga, go get some motion before you start talking anything. No blocking, no none of that. Just be on them like bees. Bees. Just be on them, motherfucker, like wasps. Dry ass phone ass niggas. Yeah, he left. He ain't leave. He left the chat, but he's still watching. I guarantee you, because it's hitting him here. Shit that they father never taught him. Nigga, that's why you gay. So gay. Always in your feminine energy. Switching. Voting Democrat. You always love to hang out with other men, not because you're trying to add value to the group, because you hoping that these niggas wear great jogging pants. Nigga, go get some. Look at Oakland Tank. Nigga look like a piece of shit. Look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Nigga's a law enforcement officer and got no motion. This the type of nigga to go and pull you over and then try to convince a chick to do some strange things in order to get off for a ticket. Women not going for that no more. Tickets is too cheap. Tickets didn't keep up with the rate of inflation. Nigga, go and get some motion. Y'all niggas need to go get some motion, bro. Go get some motion, bro. Y'all niggas is dusty. Niggas be joint. Most police officers, let me tell you something about most black cops. Not all, most black cops. Most black cops join because they never had any authority in life. Most black cops join because they never had any authority in life. They don't have authority in life, and so they got to exert that shit. They're looking to be a part of a crew that gives them some form of authority. They are quick to be the yes man. This is the type of nigga that was shooting black people because he wanted the gun in the field. They wanted authority because they never had authority. Never, never, ever. Shame these niggas. Shame these niggas. They take pictures with their walkie-talkie because they want to let you know, or their earpiece because they want to let you know that they are now in a position of authority. This is the honest to God truth. That's why these niggas take pictures with their uniforms on, not because they love being a cop. It's because they want a form of authority. Look at I'm the Creator. He wants to retype. They copy and paste inside of the chat. Hey, AD. Hey, AD. Hey, AD. These niggas is on my nuts. When you see grown men calling you by your initials, nigga, that's what the women do to me. Why are grown men trying to get my attention in the chat calling me by my initials? Why are they typing AD? Why are grown men copying and pasting inside of the chat when the women is supposed to be calling me AD? Why are you niggas on my nuts? Why are you on my nuts so bad? Why are grown men typing, copying, and pasting inside of the chat to try to get my attention? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Get off my nuts, nigga. Get off my nuts. Why are you on my dick so hard? Let the women shoot their shot, my dog. Good God. Niggas is copying and pasting over and over in the chat. How do you copy and paste, dog? You a grown man. These niggas ain't got no daddies. Y'all ain't got no unks. Y'all ain't got nobody to teach you how to act. No, it ain't about the people that just call me AD. It's niggas that copy and paste it over and over again. I don't care if people call me AD or whatever. That's cool. But it's when you copy and paste it over. Why are you copying and pasting my name in the chat, dog? I see you, my nigga. What you want me to do? You want me to give you a cookie? Niggas is so fruitcakes, bro. Fruitcakes. Y'all niggas need y'all need a woman bad, bro. The ladies, whoever the first women is that talk to these niggas that wind up showing them some love, y'all gonna get love bombed. These niggas is gonna be spending their whole check on you. They might do some fatal attraction shit if you leave them. Bro, ladies, you gonna be overbeared with love with them niggas because they gonna finally get a woman that told them that they love them, that they didn't have to pay $37 for on some street in Thailand, and you're going to be so love bombed by these niggas. And that's gonna wind up changing their attitude. Then they gonna come in and say, "Hey D, man, I used to hate you, man, but I love you now." Man, I used to hate you, but I love you now. I understand what you're saying. Oh, you must have got some pussy. All right, I see what you're talking about. I see you. Cedric Johnson, new guy, says, I'll be in Detroit for 2 weeks starting on 9/2. I locked down a job with the largest car hauling company in North America, paying $100. Shout out to you. Hey, y'all see how I give them congratulations? Bag Chasers is up. Where should I go while I'm in Detroit? I'm trying to think. You said 9/2. So that's September. No. Yeah, that's September 2nd. Anywhere in the metro downtown Detroit area. Anywhere. Belle Isle is dope. All up and down Jefferson. Anywhere up and down Woodward, Midtown. Campus Martius is going to be awesome. The Lions is probably going to be having some games. Comerica Park is going to be lit. Anywhere across from the Fox Theater District Detroit. Go to Prime and Proper if you're looking to have dinner. Zuzu's is pretty cool. The new Hudson's building is starting to open. Shinola Hotel is dope. Anything over in that whole area, bro. All of that over there is gonna be dope. So go anywhere over there. Oh, and go to the Avenue of Fashion, Livernois, between 7 and 8 Mile. Well, between 6 Mile and all the way up to 8 Mile. 6 Mile is named McNichols. So you can probably say like Curtis all the way up and through 8 Mile. They got some really dope restaurants. They got some dope speakeasies. It's a lot of good stuff up on the Avenue of Fashion. That's going to be over there near Sherwood Forest, and the University District by the University of Detroit Mercy. That's going to be dope. So go all the way over there. Anton, you're a delight to listen to. My day truly starts when you get to turn on your camera. I appreciate you. Thank you, CJ. See that, ladies? See how CJ, beautiful soul. I love your hat. I love you, CJ. Thank you, babe. Keisha says, hey, Anton, I love your show. Can we talk about how more people are driving through restaurant windows, just running over people? It's not safe to sit by the windows anymore. Check it out. I heard there was some content creators who the window, like the doors had got rammed in. JC says, I'm black and I'm uncomfortable with the amount of black people at the tennis match. There goes the courts. Car Concierge says, Anton, know that you got me out of debt. And should I throw all of my money in the Fidelity account? Yep, a brokerage account. Absolutely, you should. Andre Wells TPA says, careful, Anton, to be deductible must be. Yep, I'm familiar with it. That's why I'm limited the way that I'm talking right now. Ordinary to one's business operation, sports and entertainment is 0% deductible meals. Yeah, but entertainment, when it comes to taking clients and making sure that you get more business and rewarding clients, that's a whole nother conversation. But we'll get into it. We will get into it. And as meals, you are right. Meals are 50%. Anton isn't talking over people's head. You have Google. Lee Hub says Jealousy was a song by Club Noble. Jealousy. JJ in the building. J Ben says this is an I Choose You 2 tour production. Boss Man says AD gift arriving today. Checked tracking. Okay, bet. You send me a gift. I got you. Clout Chasing, Oakland L, username Delta. Terrible People Podcast says, in the great book of time, AD casts out the little PP demons like Malik and Jovan for their dustiness and feminine energy we don't recognize. Hashtag Hebrew Irrationalite. Roberto says, what can we call you besides AD? No, you can call me AD. Just don't copy and paste it in the chat trying to get my attention. Lil Brando says, white male cops be the nicest cops. I see the black cops who are female, and I know I'm cooked. Me University says, when they say Anton hate women and blacks, laugh. Facts. Critical clarification, 0% deductible in 2026 for on-premise meals to employees. Didn't have enough characters in my last super chat to clarify. Thank you, Andre Wells. I appreciate you. 50% Simp says, new to being a bag chaser, but always been a bag chaser. Facts. Shout out to you. All right, y'all ready to continue on with the show? Thank you to everybody that looked out. Thank you to more than 2,000 people that's looking out for me. Take care of Don Dog. Y'all ready? All right, let's get over to the next part of the show. Let's go over to Chicago, y'all. Got to talk about Chicago. Always got to talk about Chicago. Hey! Hey! Hold on. I think I just passed 850,000 subscribers on my other channel. Let me see something before I go over to the next part of the show. Yes, we did. Hold on. I got to stop the show for a minute, not to say anything, but I want to make sure that I acknowledge the people that shared and showed me love. So shout out to everybody that got me at over 850,000 subscribers on my last, on the Anton Daniels channel. Thank you guys. If I never get another subscriber, I will tell you that I appreciate you. I love you. We had over the last 28 days, we've done over about 88,000 new subscribers, 57 million views, $2.4 million, 2.4 mil. I wish it was $2.4 million, 2.4 million watch hours, 850,000 subscribers on the Anton Daniels channel. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for holding me down. And I'm going to just continue to work. I'm not going to pay attention to the numbers, but I am going to say I appreciate y'all, and I'm going to just continue to work and run it up. All right. So thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. We 150,000 away for me to be able to go and pitch these new deals that we got set up so we can get new sponsorships. And then we going to focus on getting 100K over to After Hours. All right. Thank you to everybody that look out and everybody that joined in on the live streams. I appreciate y'all. I know they really mad now. Oh, man. I can't believe Anton. He's still getting more subscribers. That's for, I only showed that for everybody that be like, man, I'm about to unsubscribe. Okay, go ahead then, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Did you see the Mexican Senate fight yesterday, says Rand Wilson? No, I didn't see it. Send it to me. Shout out to Lawn Smith Lawn Care. Says the Charleston White interview was dope. Thank you, my friend. I think that might have been like the 15th Charleston White interview I've ever done. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for holding me down, and thank y'all for subscribing to the Anton Daniels channel. All right. Hey, God love me. Ain't nothing you can do about that. That's just the way that it is. I'm going to go over to Chicago. We're going to spend a little bit of time in Chicago. Hold on, where we at? All right, so let's go here. Again, make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's rock.
Report in the New York Times says more than 200 Homeland Security officers could arrive in Chicago next month.
WGN's Angelica Sanchez reports city leaders remain in the dark on any possible plans.
Good evening. Well, the New York Times is reporting federal agents could arrive to Chicago as soon as September 2nd for 30 days of operations in the metropolitan area. City leaders say that there's been no official word from the federal government on plans for the city.
Unless there's a warrant, these federal agents do not have the right and the authority to bogart their way through our institutions.
Chicago will enter Labor Day weekend unsure of what September will bring.
We do not interfere with the work that they're doing, but we will not engage in immigration enforcement in any way assisting with federal agents.
City leader.
How is that any different than what they already been doing? One of the reasons why the Trump administration is invading Chicago is they never played well with the federal government. The first thing that Trump asked them to do, and he didn't demand it, he just asked them. The first thing that Trump asked them to do when he first came into office is he asked them and he said, hey, listen, we would like to work with y'all. And he extended an invite to all liberal cities and all the sanctuary cities that have been protecting migrants. And he didn't necessarily hold them accountable for what they did. But what he did was he made sure that he extended an olive branch. And he said, what we would like for y'all to do is to work with ICE and Homeland Security to, and this is the only requirement, and I've been following this since the beginning. The only requirement was for them to make sure that when they arrested an illegal migrant, I'm going to say it again, when they arrested an illegal migrant for doing something that they wasn't supposed to do, then call them so that they can actually have them deported. Now, I don't know anybody that would say that that's unreasonable. You're here illegally, you're committing crimes, you should be deported. You already crossed over illegally. Now you committed a crime, you should be deported. That's all that Trump required for them to do. But they stood 10 toes down and they said, nah, we're not going to work with you. We ain't going to call you. We ain't going to cooperate. And Trump said, okay, well, I'm going to get him anyway. I just wanted to extend an olive branch. Keisha says, wonder if AD is live streaming on Monday, giving that labor. Yeah, girl, Keisha, I don't miss. I don't care if it's Labor Day. I don't care if it's Christmas. I don't care if it's New Year's. I don't care what it is. I always live stream. I don't miss, Keisha. Labor Day ain't going to affect me. Yes, I will be live streaming on Labor Day. 100% I'm going to be live streaming on Labor Day. So don't worry about it. That's just me. That's what I do. But that's the only thing that Trump ever did. Now they're saying, well, if the National Guard doesn't come in, if they come in, then we're not going to help them. We're not going to assist them. Cool. That's cool. We know that y'all incompetent. Y'all can't save the people that's in y'all own city. There's crime running rampant. It doesn't even really matter.
Once again stating there's been no communication from the White House about a possible increase in federal agents next month or if there will be a mobilization of the National Guard. Alderman Nick Spazzato, a supporter of President Trump, says he would rather see federal funding for CPD.
So whatever it's going to cost them to send the National Guard here, just give us the money strictly for hiring more police.
No. And this is the biggest, this is the big deal. All right. This is all it's coming down to. The Chicago Police Department, the mayor, Illinois governor, they're not interested in actually fixing crime. The only thing that they are asking for, they saying, don't send a National Guard, give us some more money. That's what it's coming down to. Don't send a National Guard, give us some more money. It's all about money. They're monetizing crime in Chicago. They're monetizing crime in Chicago. They have been the worst stewards. I think that Chicago has been a worse steward than any other city when it comes to managing resources. Honest to God, there is no city that I can think of within the past 4 to 5 years that has been as bad as Chicago in managing their resources. Not one. Not one. Chicago has spent more money on illegal migrants that they didn't have than any other city. Chicago has fumbled the bag when it came to managing the money and the resources and charging more in property tax. How do you have some of the highest property taxes in the country and you don't know what to do with the money? And y'all still stealing people's properties out there? No. As far as managing money, Chicago, because Chicago brings in more money than Oakland. Oakland is bad, but Chicago is 10 times worse because Chicago brings in way more resources and they have more people. Anton, have they announced they will be in the shop before Labor Day? They're supposedly coming next week. So that's the play. They're supposed to be coming next week. And yes, they don't own their own streets. They sold their own streets. And Chicago have 50 aldermen. Y'all should have 10 city council people / aldermen. The first thing that I would do is I would try to figure out how I can get rid of 40 aldermen in Chicago. That's the first thing that I would do. Then I would redivert all of those funds into public safety. The first thing that I would do is I would try to figure out, and I don't know how you do it. Yeah, this dude looking real raggedy. His house is raggedy. The papers in the background is raggedy. His collars is raggedy. He hasn't ironed his shirt. He doesn't have on an undershirt. Probably didn't brush his teeth, and he need a couple of cheeseburgers, like they said inside of the chat. That's a fact. The first thing that I would do is I would get rid of 40 aldermen, and I would reallocate those funds over to the police department into public safety. That's the first thing I would do in Chicago. You don't need 50 aldermen. You do not need 50 aldermen. I think Chicago is worse than LA when it comes to managing finances. LA is bad. It's very bad. You know what makes these cities so bad? It's not that Oakland is not going to probably have to file for bankruptcy first. Chicago may have to file for bankruptcy first. What makes them very bad is that they have so many resources and it's so badly managed. It's so badly managed. So badly managed. Yeah, this dude is looking real raggedy.
All can be used for.
This evening, the New York Times says they have obtained documents saying the Trump administration plans to send more than 200 Homeland Security officers to Naval Station Great Lakes in Lake County for 30 days of operations in the Chicago metropolitan area. They are requesting space for 250 personnel and parking for 140 vehicles. Among their requests, storage space for medical supplies, as well as weapons like rubber bullets and tear gas.
The planning is still being discussed.
You said is LA bad? You said is LA bad with how they manage their resources? Power Ranger? Man, let me show you something. Budget. Is LA bad? Los Angeles city budget is facing significant challenges with a projected $1 billion budget deficit. 1 billion, not million, billion budget deficit for 25-26, requiring tough decisions to balance the budget. The budget includes cuts to some services, but aims to preserve jobs, restore that they don't already have. They had to cut back this year because they was in a budget deficit this year. This year. Now, this is the big difference. Check it out. 2023-24 was $12.8 billion budget, including a $242 million. Hold on. Wait. Let me see this. Deficit 2024. That's 25. They looking to find savings between $500 and $900 million in structural expenses in order to fix their budget deficit. This is so bad. This is so bad. And California ain't no better. The state of California face a significant budget deficit for the 24-25 fiscal year, with the initial projections estimated a $68 billion problem. The governor did some creative financing and he revised it down to 44. Now, I don't know how they was able to find all of that money, $23 billion, to revise it down to an only $45 billion budget deficit. And then they were saying that it was reduced down to $27 billion budget deficit. This is bad, bro. California can't afford to bail out LA's $1 billion budget deficit. That's crazy. And at the time, they estimated it would be $600 million. Now it's going to be $1 billion. The worst part about this whole conversation is that it's not going away. It's going to be exponentially worse every single year. So the same way that Chicago's budget deficit is continuously getting worse every single year is the same way that Los Angeles' budget deficit is going to get worse every single year. That's why they begging Trump for money. And they saying, hey, send us $800 million. Don't bring your troops. Just send us $800 million. It's bad. It's all bad, bro.
Border czar Tom Homan insisting an immigration crackdown is coming.
We're not going to tell you how many resources we're going to send to the city. We don't want the bad guy to know what we're sending. It'll be a large contingent.
During Thursday's CPS meeting, interim CEO Dr. Macklin King says a letter has been sent to CPS families in response.
The best and safest place for our children is still at school. CPS has strong protocols in place to protect our students and staff.
I've been telling y'all all these weeks that the Chicago Public Schools is also, in addition to Chicago facing a $1.2 to $1.6 billion budget deficit, is also facing $750 million budget deficit for the upcoming year. So now the kids ain't got nowhere to go to school. They got to cut all of the resources. They laying off teachers. They laying off janitors. They having larger class sizes. And remember that they were still funding the migrant crisis. Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Laws apply to interactions with all federal representatives, including federal immigration agents and National Guard. Except in the rarest of circumstances, CPS will not share student information with any federal agent, and no federal agent will be allowed access to our schools.
While the uncertainty raises concerns,
it's going to be wholesome, fun for the whole family, so bring everybody out.
Organizers for Pilsen's annual Mexican Independence Day Parade say the event will go on as scheduled on September 6th.
We are going to have volunteers throughout the parade route to help secure.
Good. We can get some ICE agents out there to make sure that they asking for IDs and vetting for everybody that actually gets to the. I guarantee you that this Mexican Day event is going to be absolutely positively dead. Absolutely positively dead. Let me pivot over for a second. Let me see if I can switch this. Give me a second.
Tom Homan joining us now. And Tom, remarkable success you've got here. But my question is, where do you go next?
What was racist? That they're going to have ICE and immigration officials hanging out there? How was that racist? How's that racist? What, you don't think that I want them to arrest all of these people that are here illegally? Listen, if you ain't got nothing wrong and if you're legally inside of the United States of America, then you don't have nothing to worry about. If you are, it's the same thing for criminals. If you got your license and you ain't got no warrants and none of this stuff, then you don't have nothing to worry about. What are you talking about? How is it racist for you to be able to check to make sure that people are in the country legally? That's not racist. That's making sure that we have strong borders and making sure that people are made examples of when they are not supposed to be here. They got to go. Oh, you bother that? I agree with most of what you say, but that's over the line. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that, Cupcake. Was that one over the line? Oh, so it wasn't over the line when I was talking about mutes yesterday, huh? And it wasn't over the line when I hold white people accountable and I call them white apologists. It's not over the line when I hold black people accountable that's stealing from the community. None of that is over the line. But if I say, hey, make sure that you card people that's going to the Mexican situation because we want to make sure that the people that are participating are actually supposed to be in America, that one is over the line. Okay, all right, well, listen. I'm trying to figure out where y'all boundaries are so we can stay within those boundaries. That's all I'm saying. Just want to make sure I'm within the boundaries.
Next, when will the crackdown in Chicago and other cities begin?
Well, first of all, one mistake on your chart there. Out of the 300,000 children, I looked at the numbers just yesterday. We've located over 23,000 of them. So 23,000 locations of the 300,000. Well, President Trump's committed. We're not.
They then found 23,000 children that was basically lost. The Biden administration had no clue where they were. Maybe trafficked, who knows? But they found at least 23,000 children that your former president refused. Because I see how y'all don't care about the kids. Y'all don't care about the kids. Y'all don't care nothing about the kids.
Well, stop till we find every one of them, or at least run every lead down on those 300,000 children. That's a big plus for the administration, because the last administration wasn't even looking for them. So, but as far as with Chicago is coming along with every other sanctuary city. President Trump is committed that we're going to focus and prioritize sanctuary cities because that is where the problem is. We know for a fact they're releasing public safety threats to the streets every day rather than handing them over to ICE so we can deport them.
Well, and you're right, the 23,000 plus children. By the way, I was just pointing out, Tom, that the 14 children rescued were just in that pot farm that Democrats just piled on, attacking and saying that it was outrageous. But yet, look at the rescues that happened. The larger mission continues in cities like Chicago. But yet, Democrats continue to go after this removal of violent, illegal criminal aliens. So when you get pushback as you head into Chicago from people like Mayor Johnson, what's your message to the mayor?
Get out of the way, because we're going to do it. Look, right after the election, when President Trump took the White House, The first operation that I was involved with was Chicago. Brandon Johnson says I wasn't welcome in Chicago. Well, the very next day I was in Chicago along with the task force. And just a day one, Griff, the first day in Chicago, we took 9 child predators off the street. Child sex predators off the street. We arrested numerous members of Tren de Agua and MS-13. We arrested 2 illegal aliens that were convicted of murder. And we took numerous guns off the street, pistols that had the switch. That made those pistols fully automatic. That is day one in Chicago. And that's just a chip off the iceberg. So there's a lot more to do. President Trump's committed to making Chicago great again, making it safe again, since they failed to do so.
But Mayor Johnson is simply saying that you don't care about solving an actual problem. Listen here.
Care about solutions to gun violence or homelessness or immigration. They just don't want to see it. They don't want our communities to be safer for all of us. They just want to play on people's fears.
Your reaction, Tom?
It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I just said, we took guns off the street that were fully automatic in the city of Chicago. That's a solution. We took child sexual predators, people who committed sexual crimes against children off the streets of Chicago. That's a solution. Taking public safety threats off the streets of Chicago makes Chicago safer. If he had 1 ounce of integrity, he would thank President Trump for making Chicago safer every day. Every day, ICE is taking thousands of criminals off the street of this country, including Chicago. We have a big operation up there that's continuing, and it's about to get a lot bigger. You would think he'd welcome the assistance. His number one responsibility is the safety and security of that city. If he's not going to do it, President Trump's going to do it. I would think he'd be shoulder to shoulder with us, but it's disgusting that he's not. But we're going to be there anyway. So if you don't want to help, get out of the way. We'll do it.
Tom, I want to ask you about a significant arrest, and that is a Mexican illegal alien, criminal record. He was deported 3 times, 3 convictions for sex offenses involving a child under 14, sexual battery, illegal possession of a firearm, and, of course, DUI and robbery. Tell me about what happened here.
Well,
this nigga's been deported 3 times. He only got 1 eye. Deported in 96, 2003, and 2012. Sex offenses involving a child under 14. This is his convictions. How is this nigga even outside? Sexual battery, illegal possession of a firearm, driving under the influence. He got a DUI too? Robbery. I hate this country, bro, sometimes. And these liberals and these Democrats that occupy it. We so lenient. We're so lenient. Oh, man, anybody can do anything that they want to do. And we protect the most criminal amongst us, and we look out for the criminals, and we don't care nothing about the people that's being offended. Oh, he don't even look like a reasonable. He don't even look like a nice person at all. He don't look like a cool person, bro.
Tell me about what happened here.
Well, look, this is just the repeat story of why we need a secure border, Griff. I mean, all these re-entries, and under the Biden administration, we had 10.5 million illegal aliens, coming to our border, a vast majority released. That is why it's so important what President Trump has done. In the last almost 4 months, no illegal aliens been released on the border. We have sent a message to the entire world. There is no catch and release in the United States anymore. The reason we have the most secure border in the history of this nation is because of the work of the men and women in the Border Patrol securing that border. Yep. President Trump's executive orders on remain in Mexico, ending catch and release, the third safe country agreements. Yep. But a big part of that success on the border is because we're showing the world there's consequences. If you're in the country illegally, you committed a crime, you're a public safety threat, we're going to find you, we're going to deport you. That message around the world helps give us the most secure border in this history.
Yeah, I just think that y'all y'all really need to band together and just get Chicago together by getting these politicians up out of there. If I was in Chicago, I would be all over the fucking. I would be all over those politicians, bro. I would be all over those politicians. For the people in Chicago to just be passively allowing Chicago to do what they do is crazy to me. Bro, if you live in Chicago and you trying to get your, you know what I'm saying, visibility on, all you got to do is start documenting what's happening in the city. You can get you a cool 10,000 subscribers by just talking about what's happening in your own city, bro. By documenting what's happening in your own city, you can get a cool 10,000 subscribers like that, bro, without even blinking. Eric the Red says Negroes don't vote here in Chicago, Anton. I know. They'll cash app a hodo without even thinking twice. They know how to go find a gun, but they ain't got no time to vote. They gonna go find some pussy, but they don't know how to vote. They're going to find some crime, but they don't know how to vote. Why is that not smart, Jordan? By documenting what's going on in your own city. Why is that not smart? All you got to do is go to the city council meetings or the alderman meetings. All you got to do is, bro, all they got to do is be on the ground. Hey, listen, this is what's happening in the city, and be at the latest. You can listen to the police scanner, see where the news is going to go show up at, and be vlogging there yourself. And be vlogging there yourself. You could be vlogging right there. Hey, man, listen, bro, it's bad out here. We just recently got a bunch of killings out here, man. It's the news right out there. You see the coroner is over there. The ambulance is 4 people shot on the weekends. Y'all work during the week, right? On the weekends, all you got to do is go. You know that after Friday night in the morning, the news is going to be at all of the different locations. Hey, man, we on site. There was 7 shot last night. We anticipated it being a very dark weekend because it's really, really light outside and the weather just changing. So listen, we got to make sure that we keep y'all up to date on what's going on in these streets. Oh, wait. Look at over there. Some onlookers. They arrested some people. They bringing them out of the house right now. Check it out. Look. They right there. Yeah, man, I'm on site. This is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I'm in the streets of Chicago, and we want to try to get these streets cleaned up. Catch me next week, next Tuesday. They got the alderman meeting. They're going to be putting together the budget, and I know that it's going to be chaos, and I'm going to be live streaming right there in City Hall. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all questions are. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to see you at the next scene. That's how I live. If you living in the city, you ain't got to spend no money. You know what? Y'all need to look. You know who you need to look at? You need to look at Nick Shirley. Y'all ever seen who Nick Shirley is? Nick Shirley is a YouTuber / content creator that built his entire platform on being in the streets in a lot of these places. He grew it so much that he started traveling across the entire country to find out what was going on, what was happening. When the protest was happening in Los Angeles, he just flew to Los Angeles and he started live streaming on the streets. When everything was happening with Black Lives Matters, he go over there, he just started capturing what's happening on the streets. When they started protesting the Tesla stuff, he would fly or go everywhere and start documenting everything that's going on. That's all he doing is asking the questions and capturing what's going on the ground. Y'all lazy. Listen, I like Nick Shirley, but I would like for the people that's actually in the communities that he's documenting to get some of that money. I can't do it because I don't have the capacity. I can't do it because I don't have the capacity. Y'all let these guys, Jordan Cash, he was documenting what was going on in New York. Jordan was all over New York. He built an entire platform over on New York by documenting what was going on when and listen, the idea, I'm gonna stop. Don't worry about it. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I got it. But I'm not gonna do it myself. I'm gonna build a network of people. I'm gonna find somebody in New York that's on the streets. I'm gonna find somebody in Chicago that's on the streets. I'm gonna find somebody in Los Angeles on the streets. I'm gonna find somebody in Atlanta that's on the streets. They're gonna be documenting what's going on when it comes to real estate, what's going on when it comes to parking, what's going on with the new concerts. I'm about to build a whole network. Don't worry about it. You know why I don't mind saying these ideas out loud and in person? You know why I don't mind? Because I know that most people is too lazy to do it anyway. Don't worry. I'm gonna set it up. I got you. Watch. We're gonna be live streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we're gonna be in the streets. So I'm gonna have an anchor. So today we're gonna take you over to what's happening over in Houston. Let us know what's going on the streets. I'm gonna get me a bad bitch. Yeah, she gonna be fine too. I'm gonna give me a bad chick. They're gonna be in the streets. Hey, what's going on? Gonna run it up, boy. Running up a bag. We're gonna be in every city in America. Watch me. Over the next couple months, I'm about to start putting it together. They're gonna be vlogging straight from the streets. Remember Hits from the Streets on BET? It's gonna be a new version of that, except it's gonna be different. I'm gonna take over everything. Everybody's sitting there lazy. I don't know what to do. I don't have no ideas. Should I start my new podcast and it's gonna be Dads for Kids, and we hate paying child support? No, my nigga, that's a bad idea. I come up with ideas off the top of my head. Bro. Literally, I got 1,000 ideas that I can't even implement because I'm just too busy and I'm just too consumed with all of the stuff that I'm already doing. Whenever I wanted to figure out what was going on, I wanted to create some content, I grabbed my camera phone. I didn't go and order no vlog camera, none of that stuff. I grabbed my camera phone. I went out in the streets and I started capturing stuff and the ideas just start flowing. Cut on my phone camera. Yo, what's going on? It's Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Anton Daniels channel. Check it out, bro. Man, it's crazy over here, bro. I got to go and take you inside of this abandoned building because I heard that Amazon is coming in, so I'm going to be the last person to be able to document it and vlog it. I want you to see it for yourself. Come check it out. I was in the streets. Coach. Next thing you know, get home, throw a thumbnail on that mug, send it out. Beginning of my journey, baby. Now I've gotten so good. I'm one take. I've gotten so good. I've been doing it for so long. I'm one take. I do one take for everything I do. I don't do no modifications. I'm one take time all day long. Every reaction video, every whatever, I'm one take. Hey man, we not shooting this twice. I'm up against the time crunch, so let's go ahead and get it popping. What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for the Millionaire Morning Show. I'm your host, Anton Daniels. So listen, I want you guys to come with me over here. We got all of these people over here, but ain't nobody actually helping them. And so I want to be the person that give you the insight as to why we should do things differently. And this is what's going on in the streets. Man, I'm one take time now, baby. I'm one take. I'm so good. I'm not going to redo it. I'm not doing nothing. We just going with it. Going with it because I've been doing it for so long. And so now I know exactly what it is that I'm going to say when I'm going to say it. I can picture the words in my head before they even come out. But you got to be in the streets. You got to be in the streets. If you don't love this, if you can't do it, then just go home. It ain't for you. It ain't for you. All right. I know what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna hold off. I got some of these other stories that I want to go over, but we're gonna hold off because we're gonna be live streaming in the morning. So we're gonna live stream on Saturday. Look at these gray hairs. I need to get these gray hairs out of my thing. We're gonna live stream on Saturday. And we're gonna be back at it, y'all. And then we got after hours tonight. All right. I gotta go hit the streets. Oh shoot, I can't even go Saturday. Monday to the courthouse. I gotta go hit the streets, y'all. I gotta go see what's happening out here in these streets. You got more grays than me, not for long. I'm getting rid of them this weekend. We live streaming tomorrow on Saturday. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune into the live stream tonight. Let me read some of these super chats. 392Q says definitely pulling up for the $1 million sub meetup. Let me get my Afterpay and Klarna on. Now 850,000 people can witness your beautiful bald head. Thank you, Daddy and the Caddy. Rags from Texas says 80. We need Charleston on an after hours panel. Jason Sharp says, salute, bro. I love your consistency and the structure of your show. Stay sharp. Mr. Joe says, which mayor would you rather live under, Bass or Mohawk? Neither. They both just horrible. I'd rather not have a mayor at all. Chris Bolt says, man, refusing to cooperate with the feds would be considered acts of nullification and sedition if the president were a Democrat and the states was red. DeAndre Melvin says, thank you. I appreciate you, DeAndre. Napoleon says, I love my country, but we are soft and things we accept other countries would never. Trump is what America needed. Facts. I agree with you. All right, y'all. We're going to live stream tomorrow and we're going to get it popping. Okay. I'm going to tell y'all location sooner. I hope, you know what? I'm going to try to get the location together this weekend. All right, for the meetup. So I'm planning on, I'm going to tell y'all which weekend it is, what area it's in, and the location, and hopefully I can get that out to y'all by Sunday. And then we got Block Club coming up too. I got to get that together. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. What time tomorrow? Same time, Rhonda. We going to get it popping between 11:30 and 12. Give y'all some time to wake up. I know some of y'all was off today for Labor Day, and then we live streaming on Labor Day too, so we don't miss. I love y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.